waves crash on the beach of an endless sea, you hear a voice you have heard so many times before. The horizon. She calls to you. She sings of endless wonders and innumerable horrors, of hopeful promises and dire warnings. And you feel her song. It was always there. Listen. Do you hear it? The wind is in your favor. The tide is rising. The sea is yours for the taking, and your ship awaits. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariner. May fortune find you when the horizon calls.
Hello, everyone. Ahoy, and welcome back to Horizon's Call. But hey, I hear you saying season 1 is over. You're absolutely correct. You're very smart. You're very pretty. Yeah, season 1 is over, but this is a special prequel, an Acacia prequel. Welcome, everyone, to Foals and Felonies. This is a prequel which takes place several years before the events of the main campaign, several years before Acacia first set sail to the north, destroyed a prison, met the insert adjective here, crew of the Innocents, and destroyed the god queen mother of Krakens, as she has in the current timeline. This is way back when Acacia was in, what would you say, Mayor, like late teens, early 20s, just a fresh-faced foal, never left the island of Soteria. And this is the story of Acacia's first heist. So, as always, I am Derek Sword. I am your DM for the World of Horizons Call for the World of Damaris. If you are not familiar, I will do a little bit of an intro with that before we get into the main story. But before any of that, I want to let these wonderful people introduce themselves. So it's a totally new setup. So, hey, Gonah, you're top left. If you would not mind introducing yourself and introducing your character. You can introduce your character now, or we can kind of do that. We can save that as a surprise. I'll leave that up to you. But at least tell us about yourself a little bit.
Hi, I'm Gonah, and I'm going to be playing Raimundo. I'll describe him later. I am a streamer and try to do live plays whenever I physically can.
Wonderful.
Do I
Thank you,
popcorn
Gonah.
it or you?
We'll go down the line. So, Panduh, tell us a little bit about your lovely self.
Well, hey there, everybody. I'm Panduh. I kind of do a little bit of everything. I'm here, I'm there. Usually film and friends ask me to pull up a chair at their tables. Pleasure to be here and meet all of you fine folks. Today, I will be playing Buck Wild. He is going to be a handful, so I hope y'all are ready for this.
Wonderful. Thank you, Panduh. Mayor, of course, the titular Acacia. Tell us a little bit about your lovely self.
Hi, I am Mare. I also am a streamer on Twitch and also scream about a lot of TTRPGs on my Twitter. Today I am playing Acacia, your lovely, lovely centaur rogue, who is not yet a complete rogue. Still got to do all the roguey shit and get in the guild.
That's true. Not yet a member of the guild just yet. But yes, our favorite centaur rogue, first in our hearts. And I just clicked off the page. Eva, of course, without you, none of this could happen in the first place. Please tell us about your lovely self.
Hi, I'm Eva. This is my channel, more or less. I mostly just ask amazing people to join me here and have good times, as is evidenced by everyone around me. Today I am playing Valerie, a Earth Genasi bard, a special subclass that, I should link somewhere. She's a College of the Crow's Nest bard, though. So I will link that in chat at some point, because everyone should check it out.
College of the Crow's Nest, a special sea shanty type subclass that you can find on DM's Guild. And yes, the link for that will be in the chat. And last but absolutely not least, Mikyl, tell us about your lovely self.
Why, hello there, friends. I'm Mikyl, and I'll be playing Gustup. I will explain him later, but a nice little wizard from far-off places that are here to help out some friends.
Fair enough. And as always, I like to give a shout out to Mikyl for doing the character art for not only the main campaign of Horizon's Call, but also for Monster Hearts and for, I think, a couple. He did the character art for City of Shadows as well. Mykyl's a phenomenal artist, and we very much appreciate. I wasn't going to pressure him with the character art for a one-shot. Maybe in the future. Maybe we'll pay for that someday. But yes, my dogs are freaking out. If you can hear the scattering, that's lovely. Yes, so before we get into anything else, I want to let you, the viewer, know that as per usual with the games of Horizon's Call, you can directly affect the game just as much as the players do. Maybe not just as much, but in your own way. With the equivalent of a $5 donation subscription bit, whatever. You can grant advantages, you can grant crits with the equivalent of $10, and so on and so forth, group advantages, group crits. You can also introduce the very lovely Black Spot, which is a complication. Complication is ruled by me as the DM that introduces an extra hurdle or extra difficulty to whatever is being done. So if that is something that interests you, you can always do that. And of course, the details for that will appear in chat as well. So for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome to the world of Damaris. Damaris is an oceanic world. It is one that is spread with scatterings of islands, a massive archipelago that covers the entire world. 85% of the entire world is ocean, deep ocean. And it wasn't always so. It used to be a world of massive continents and islands, sure, but many, many years ago, the oceans surged. And now many of those cities are beneath the waves. There are conflicts both above and below peoples that exist and tell stories and create stories of their own. If you want to find work, the best place is aboard a ship. There are several who seek to claim, as they always do, land and sea. Most just want to find the freedom that the horizon will give them. And with that, we find ourselves not in the open ocean, but on the island of Soteria. An island in the southern sea in an area known as the Shatters. It's a place where there are several islands all grouped somewhat close together. It's on one of these islands that we find the city of Korra, Port City. And in this city, just beyond the borders of the city walls, we find a cozy little cottage. Inside is a warforged. It's the early morning. There's a bit of mist in the air. Curio is just doing his morning stretches. Not that he necessarily needs to, but does anyway. It's a dad thing. Polishes a bit of his armor, which is also his shell, his body. Walks into the kitchen and finds his husband, Darius, a half-elf, handsome man of middle age, dark hair, slight goatee, darker skin. Darius is preparing breakfast for their family. Because many years ago, their family went from 2 to 3 when they adopted a young centaur foal named Acacia. Acacia, where do we find you on a morning like this?
Every morning when there isn't anything pressing to do, like pick pockets, do scouting, or just help out at the shop, Acacia actually goes out for a run across the plains of Soteria, since this is one of the larger land masses that actually has fields and hills to run in. So I think at this moment, Acacia is just getting back from a morning gallop.
Acacia, as you come trotting in to the home, through the doorway, which was adjusted as you grew to your full teenage centaur height, a height greater than both of your dads. Curio just looks up from the table, and you see that his eyes, constructed but still, light up, as they always do when he sees you. And Darius turns around. Acacia, darling, welcome home. How was your run?
It was good. Did a little bit of run around from well, everywhere. But it was good. It was good. Good. Is breakfast ready?
It is. Made your favorite. Pancakes with blueberries. If you wouldn't mind just... well,
Derek,
I'll
how the
bring
fuck
it to
did
the
you
table.
know?
Lucky guess. It's over breakfast that you can tell that Curio seems a little bit agitated about something. And Darius just reaches over and puts his hand over the metal hand of his husband and says, do we really have to talk about this right now? We should leave business at business, right? And Curio just looks at me and goes, I know, but still, you're gonna let him...
You know, if you
It's
don't talk
frustrating.
about it, you're gonna just explode. And it's gonna ruin
Oh
our
God,
house.
really? No, I mean, well, it happened before. No, it's fine. Acacia, honey, I mean, you know, everybody's been talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Empire, they think they can just take
Everyone.
whatever they want. They can buy whatever they want, and if they don't buy it, they're going to take it by force. So honestly, I guess it's the better alternative, but I think we
Mention-
should think about moving.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't want to be in a place where we can't conduct our business the way we need to, where the Empire is going to, stick their noses where they don't belong. I think that there are plenty of other islands that are outside Imperial control. If they're going to take control over Soteria, if they're going to take control over Korra, I think we got to go.
First of all, they shouldn't be in that fortress. It's really rude and disrespectful to the
It
island.
is.
Second of all, you want to just put your bellies up?
I mean, well, what are we going to do? They're a literal army. I mean, come on, kid. I know I raised you smart and strong, but
Derek, where are we at in all the information stuff?
you would
Before
have had
everything?
the full amount of information that I gave you to begin with.
Do they know I am planning a heist?
Not necessarily, unless you would have told them that.
I think I would have suggested it, but not confirmed anything.
Okay.
Well, I'm not moving. Anywhere we go is not going to be big enough to handle any of my centaurness.
Honey, your centaurness is lovely. Don't let anybody tell you that you're taking up more space. You deserve all the space you take up is yours.
Thanks, Dad. But I'm not moving, and I don't think we're gonna move. I think it's a terrible idea. I've already started thinking about how to handle this. No one's happy.
You see a smile kind of cross Darius's face. He goes, I was honestly hoping that's what you were going to say.
You raised me good.
We did our best.
Well, phenomenal,
Keisha.
but I'm also biased.
What did you have in mind, darling?
Well, we know that they have. We all know that they plan on buying off, all the people who think they own the island.
True.
You can't buy them off if they don't have the money to do so.
All right.
I've been, I don't normally work at the shop, but I've been working at the shop the last several days. That's not for no reason.
Oh, trust me, I noticed.
Yeah. I talked to a
Acacia,
couple
are
people.
you proposing you steal the Imperial wealth?
Unless you have a better idea.
I think it's a wonderful idea. Now you
Also-
know you can't do this alone, right?
Right. I've already talked to a lovely, lovely friend named Valerie. She's also thinking of joining the Walkers, by the way. And Buck, who makes my horseshoes?
Yes, we've noticed Buck. Certainly.
I've got a couple. I've heard rumors of a couple other folks in town, but those the ones I've talked to.
Well, darling, kind of anticipating this, we did send word to a few friends of ours.
See, you're just saying we're going to move to get the ball rolling a little quicker. I see you.
Just want to see where your heart lies. And of course, it's in the right place as always.
2 places, technically. You know, human part, horse part.
No, yes, the
Okay.
anatomy of a centaur just dawned on me for the first time. So, okay. Having now introduced somewhat of our cast, Mayor, why don't you describe, well, I guess I'll leave this to Eva. Eva, where is Valerie found? Where does Acacia find Valerie?
She is most often to be found at probably the Last Lantern or another equally charming tavern about town.
Okay. So, Acacia, you find Valerie. Valerie, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
Sure. Valerie is usually found lounging. It doesn't matter if it's in the tavern, on a street post, it doesn't matter. You know, down by the docks, there's something to lean on, kick her boots up on, doesn't matter. She always has an instrument nearby. No one usually sees her play it. Like, she's always between sets, is kind of like what's going on. She's an Earth Genasi. She has long brown hair, but it's like an ombre between like dark, almost black, earthy brown and like a tanner, like clay brown. And she's usually a little dusty. It's fine. Hope you're not allergic. Other than that, like, she's not usually too garishly dressed. Everything's just sort of like toned down, very comfortable leathers. Very nice, fancy leather boots, though. Like, well worn, but like pricey. Yeah.
So, Acacia, you find Valerie lounging at the Last Lantern, it's a tavern near the docks, which is typically known for being the last light left on the street. It is where they don't close down until after all the other bars close down. What do you say to Valerie?
I think to get her attention, it's more of a, casual hi, hello with the added in of Thieves' Cant. Does Valerie know Thieves' Cant at all?
Nope.
Or no? I think for the purposes of this, I would have at least told you, like, taught you some of hey, I need to talk to you, but not in a public setting type thing.
Oh, yeah. I think at this particular moment, you'd have caught her, like, trying to teach. She has a little otter with her most times. And probably trying to teach the otter the flute. It's going about as well as expected.
Eva, what is the otter's name?
Edgar.
Edgar the otter.
Yeah. All right. Next time, you'll get that C sharp. I don't want any excuses. Okay.
Is this otter new?
I think that's rude. I mean, like...
No, I meant this is out of character. Is this a new thing, Valerie?
You can't just ask people about their otters.
He's around sometimes.
Okay.
You've probably seen him before.
Respectful nod at the otter, then.
Getting up, and leaving her stuff with Edgar. She'll saunter over. Hey.
Sounds. You know, that little job I was talking to you about the other day?
Yeah, yep. The ambitious one.
The very ambitious one. But very rewarding for literally everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think I've got the rest of the crew to do that.
I am all ears.
Yeah. We have a meeting set up for later. And I will name a discreet location.
Yeah, it could be the shop. It could even be your home if you wanted to call that a headquarters, since that's outside of town.
I think it's gonna be in the fields.
Okay. Yeah. Could do that.
You can see people for miles if they try to come up at you. It's great. So obviously you and me, you know Buck from Blacksmiths?
I am aware of Buck. Yes.
It's hard not to be aware of Buck sometimes.
Yeah.
And my dad's called in a couple friends. I don't know them, but they are reliable.
Well, what's that old saying? No guts, no glory, no marked graves, something like that.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Yeah, this already sounds like a crew. I'm in, obviously. Is there anything you need from me between now and then?
Just get the supplies we need. I've already done some recon of my own. I know Buck has done some, and I don't know what my dads do. Parents are enigmas half the time. So I'm assuming that he is at least, they have at least clued in their friends. Raimundo, Goostip, those rings bells, I've never met them.
I mean, there's such company. It could be anybody, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I will meet you all at said undisclosed location then.
Sounds like a plan. Also, I'm gonna give another little salute to Edgar.
Yeah, Valerie, we can say that you are learning Thieves' Cant, since you are also attempting to become a member of the same Thieves Guild that Acacia is attempting to become a member of, the Evewalkers. So you are still learning the double speak of it, but you're picking up half of what they're putting down.
I assumed that whole part of the conversation was in regular common.
It was in regular, but
okay.
if you wanted to do Thieves' Cant like later on,
yeah, good to know.
We could maybe get that.
Yeah.
Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Found in your smithy, Bucksmiths? Nope. We'll get there. Did you have a wonderful name for your smithy?
It's just Bucks.
Okay. It is Bucks. All right. So Acacia, you come across the swinging wooden sign that just reads Buck. You can see that like somebody has attempted to vandalize it somewhat by crossing out that second loop of the B, but they did fix that recently. But,
Are you sure someone didn't try to make it so it said Bucks instead?
That took more work. They were really trying to make that B look like an F, you know. What do you say to Buck Wild?
Buck Wild. Hey Buck, you still in?
Yeah, of course. I'm always in.
Good. You know what to bring, and you know what to bring a lot of. We're meeting in the fields.
Oh, do not worry. I'll bring big booms.
Okay.
No field.
Perfect. Don't set the field on fire.
Well, little bit.
No, because the centaur herds will have your ass.
Oh, yeah, fine. Oh.
Okay.
But big boom, yes?
Hopefully.
Oh, good.
And you did what you said you were going to do, right?
Right. Eyes are sharp. And they've
Perfect.
seen many, many things.
We can chit chat about it once we get everybody later and see what they all have to have for input.
Everybody.
Yeah, we got, Valerie, she puts around a little bit of everywhere. Never
Oh,
actually
yeah.
never actually plays her instrument, has not her.
Edgar.
Yes.
Lovely little guy.
Yeah, he's really good.
Much better than Valerie.
He actually plays the instrument, you're right.
Yes, have heard.
Apparently he still hasn't gotten that C sharp, but
Ah,
what are you gonna do?
that's fine. I can make sharp.
Yes, you can.
And he brandishes a sword he just finished making.
Perfect. My dads have called in a couple other friends. I haven't met them yet. Names Gustip and Raimundo. We'll see what they're all about.
We will see. The big, small, strong.
Oh, I have no clue.
They will. I trust your dads.
Yeah, I trust my dads too.
I should hope so.
Okay, I'll see you later.
And as she leaves, Buck goes back to yelling at his forge as if it is a living fire. He's just cheering it on to get hotter and brighter and bigger. And he just continues talking to it like it's a living thing.
Okay, good to know. So several days are going to have to go by, in which case you can do your recon or item gathering or whatever else that we did prep before the game. I did have each of these people say how they were going to prep for said heist to give them kind of background information so we wouldn't take our time with that now, and also item acquisition, things like that. So everybody has unique information to them that complements someone else, and none of the information necessarily contradicts. So I don't even know where this heist is going to be or how it's going to go. But with all that said, a couple of days go by and a ship comes into port. The Wave Walker. Raimundo, I cannot roll my R's. You step foot off of your ship onto the wooden planks of the dock. Why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
So, Raimundo, first and foremost, at first you might think, oh, he's wearing a lot of leather, but that's more likely his skin. He is a Komodo dragon, and so depending on the light that he is under, he can have very vibrant green and yellowy scales, or they can be very dulled and they can camouflage well with the shadows and the shade on the beach. He is very tall, an imposing figure, probably not as tall as Acacia, but like taller than the average human being, like 6'5", 7". And he is, you have never actually seen a brick poop house, but he is built like a brick poop house, just absolutely wide shoulders, and he stands very tall, very straight, and he comes off of his ship first before any of his men, in order to make sure it's safe, which is more of a code thing than him being worried. You don't think this man has ever been worried about anything in his life. And he walks up to the beach. I guess my question to you is, anyone there, or like, is he going to the house on his own?
Yes. So first of all, the port is kind of set in where there's not necessarily a beach. It kind of leads directly into the town because it has to be a low enough draft for these larger ships to come in. So the first person that you see, and also I should mention, Raimundo is a Komodo dragon lizard folk, just so we're not imagining a quadrupedal just lizard pirate outfit, which is also very fun.
6 foot tall on all 4 legs.
Yes. A brick house, mighty, just letting it all hang out. The first person that you see is one of the dock attendants. And they come walking up with a big charter book. I'm terribly sorry. I don't, you are. All right then. I'm terribly sorry you cannot dock your ship here. You must dock out in the harbor.
I do believe I have heard you wrong. Raimundo can stay wherever you would like. So if you would please, here is the fee. And he gives him a pouch of gold that he knows for a fact would pay the fee 5 times for a year. Like it's a good chunk of a bag, and
go ahead and roll persuasion. You're literally trying to bribe a government official. That is fine.
Oh man, that doesn't happen. It's a 2.
The government official
this close to a 19, but it was a 2.
Smiles very slightly at it, pushes it away. I'm terribly sorry. You need to move your ship. I can speak louder and slower if need be, but the wave walker needs to evacuate the port. You, Raimundo, can stay here just fine. Your men can come ashore on your longboats if need be, but your ship cannot dock here. And if you try to bribe me again, I will summon gods. Thank you.
Fine. He takes back the gold, puts it in his pouch, heads back, and docks the boat elsewhere.
Yeah, it's an open harbor, so there are plenty of other ships that are docked out here as well. And you hear a lot of grumbling as you get back to shore from some of the other longboats that are coming in, like, this is fucking bullshit. I mean, the Empire thinks they can do whatever they want, but literally every single one of these docking spaces, they're not even using them. What's the point? So Raimundo, you would know the path to the home of Curio, Darius, and Acacia pretty well. You would have been there before.
Yeah.
Is that where you want to head, or you want to head anywhere else?
He's gonna explain to his to his boat, his crew, go into port, be kind, pay well, don't do anything that I'm gonna have to kill you for. And yeah, he's going to slowly make his way to Darius, Curio's, and Acacia's home.
Okay. It takes you a little while, but you get to this idyllic little cottage house out near the fields. They have a nice little garden and a little fence, a couple of chickens. It's a nice little 2-story home that is almost like part home and part stable. You notice that all of the doors are like, even for a lizard folk being of your height, and not a lot of entrances are accommodating, but these are more than accommodating. And as you go walking up to the outside fence, Darius comes walking out. Dario is their couple name. Darius comes walking out, and his eyes light up, and he goes running towards you, and kind of just grabs you by the shoulders and does the European just kiss on either side of the cheek. Right, it's so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate you coming as quickly as you did.
There's that half beat, and of course, I would do anything for you.
I appreciate that. You know that Curio and I would absolutely return the favor anytime.
Yes, for all of my children. But where is the small sprite?
Acacia? She's around here somewhere. Actually, I wonder if you remember Gustip. Gustip? Where would we necessarily find you? I'm happy to have you already be at the estate with all of your stuff, so that way you don't have to lug anything around. But if we would find you anywhere else, by all means.
Yeah, you definitely find Gustip at the town square.
Okay. What are you doing in the town square?
You see like a small dwarf old man, blind. He has like some glasses on, dark shaded glasses, and a walking stick as he starts walking through, and he says, "Coppers for the poor, silvers for me. Coppers for the poor, silvers for me." And you see as he pickpockets a couple people as he's walking by, bumping into them briefly at the waist level, and as he gets to the a small corner or alleyway, he drops this form and it turns in. You see like a small portly, only about 4 foot tall. He's slightly hunched when he's standing. He's wearing robes of like black and gold or black and gray with some gold embroidery. It's and he has a large leather bound book fastened to his back with a leather bandolier across his side. And it's a small aquish color kobold in robes as he walks by, and he kind of looks around and counts out much money he just got off of some poor mark.
Let's find out how much. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Let's see here. You get 4 gold and 13 silver.
I like it. He
Not a bad haul.
He stuffs it into his pouch, and he goes walking, sauntering down the alleyway, and that's where you can find him.
As you're sauntering down the alleyway, you feel a hand kind of grab your shoulder from behind. It says, "Nice one, son. You're under arrest."
You say under arrest, but he'll gust up and he turns around and he's, I don't understand what you say. Get out of my face. Curio! It has been so long.
I know, yeah. I couldn't help it. Sorry.
That thing?
I have a literal voice box. Yeah,
that is amazing. You haven't changed a bit.
Hey,
so
likewise.
good to see you.
Up to your old ways, it looks like, huh?
Yeah, well, I gotta make a living,
Living's better than dying. Hey, bud.
Absolutely.
I'm calling in a favor. My kid needs some help. You are the kind of person with the kind of skills I'm looking for. How would you like to make a little money?
Anything for you. You've done so much for me. Gustav is always here for a great friend like Curio.
Perfect. Okay. Well, hey, we're gonna go back to my cottage, get whatever you need to. We're gonna meet up in just a couple of days, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
I'm looking forward to it. Yes. See you then.
So, we skip forward a few days to Raimundo's arrival, and everybody has basically been gathered. Raimundo, you are directed to the designated spot in the field. It is worth noting that, as Mayor kind of indicated, Soteria is a larger island, and it plays home to a larger population of centaurs because it has a wide open central plain where the centaurs can roam freely, as opposed to many smaller islands which are just beach on all sides. This one has lots of grassland area, and you find yourself in some of the taller grassland where you can absolutely see in all directions on all sides, but can also kind of obscure yourself in some ways. And for the first time, the crew has been gathered.
Thank you, everybody. I think we're all excited to either 1, make a buck, or 2, also make a buck and get rid of these. Oh, I get it. Or 2, get these son of a bitches Imperial folks out of here because they've been rude and arrogant as hell, to be quite honest. I don't think any of us really enjoy their presence on the island right now. So, I know I talked to Valerie and Buck. I know you did some of your own things. I've met you, Raimundo and Gustip, but I don't know what my dads have told you.
You have grown a lot since I have seen you.
Yes.
It is great to see you so large and in charge.
I must have been really young when I last saw you.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm forgettable in all the right ways.
That's what I like to hear. That's good. That's very good.
Raimundo, it's so good to see you back again.
Yes, good to see you too.
He
Goose
comes
step.
up beside you and he like pulls on your jacket to lower his level.
Raimundo's actually going to like very a little bit confused, like look around and like pick you up so that you're at eye height.
I wasn't trying to make a scene, but is this awkward for you?
No, you're very light. It's fine.
No, I meant like this meeting because the thing.
No, it's definitely you tosses you off.
There are the crates that have been gathered as well. There are, I guess, average human like waist high crates that Gustip brought with him. So
I guess it is something that I said. I don't know. Whatever.
I think
So if
while
Gustip would like to be
himself
at average height, that would get Gustip to about 5 feet.
while Gustip is wandering around, like trying to get Raimundo's attention and whatnot, Valerie is going to nudge Edgar, who's going to like do that little like otter like run, kind of through
little
the
hop run.
Yeah, like through the crowd. And when he gets past Gustip, he's going to try and pick his pocket, which is not like really a solid skill that Edgar has, but he's gonna just give it a good old college try.
Okay, so not even an hour in, and we're doing some PvP. That's fine. OVK, Otter versus Kobold. That's fine. Eva, I guess go ahead and roll sleight of hand for your otter. Mikyl, for Gustip, you can roll perception.
Sleight of hand is
Luckily, I'm not very good at that, so.
That's okay. Neither is Edgar.
What did Edgar get?
We got a 4.
Okay, that doesn't even beat passive perception at that point.
I actually got a 4, but it's +2, so I got a 6.
He tries to like reach in with both his little otter paws, and then just kind of freezes.
Oh,
this thing is so cute. Thank you for coming over here. And he picks him up and puts him on his shoulder. I usually don't have small friends like you.
It is worth noting that the otter is probably as big as Gustip.
Yeah. It's like a piggyback ride.
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
I'm so happy.
So what's your name?
Oh, I probably should have introduced people. I know Gustip and Raimundo. That is Buck and Valerie.
Nice to meet you, Buck. Yes.
Yeah, likewise.
Valerie, can I call you Val? Is that okay? What's wrong with her face? Does she do? Is that something that they do? Okay.
I've never heard anyone call her Val.
All right. So Valerie it is. Yes.
There you go. Yes.
You've never heard anybody call her and leave.
No.
Actually,
Oh, interesting. Well,
leave. Living is important modifier.
Does anyone call you Gus?
Some people do. Some people call me worse than that, if you know what I mean.
I don't. I don't
Well.
really want to know.
Yeah. Don't ask Kirio. He knows. Yeah.
I will make sure to ask Curio later.
Yeah.
And I'll nudge I'll tell you, Valerie, I'll tell you later. Once I find out. Anyway, once again, thank you. Second of all, we need to figure out our plan. I know I did some scouting. I know Bucks did some scouting and item acquisition. The rest of you are gonna have to remind me what else happened because honestly, there's a shit ton of moving parts and a lot of information. For ease, I could go first. I've got a general idea of guard duty, couple entrances. Honestly, I don't know how easy it's going to be able to go in. There's a lot of soldiers, some hippogriff riders, arcane locks on one of the doors at least, some ballistas. But I did hear some passwords being sent around if we wanted to try and sneak in. But also, I was talking to a couple other folks. Do any of you know Civi, Where Rat? No? Okay. She also said that they started clearing some of the sewers underneath the fortress. So, and she didn't see anyone come out. So it's a possibility that's another way. That's the long and short of it on my end.
Well, that sounds much like what I was able to see. The soldiers and the hippogriff flyers and the passage words.
What passage words did you hear?
It was all mumbo jumbo to me. They were very whispery. Maybe like so many gnats. Buzzing about and whispering. The secret words. Why not just say things from the chest with your whole lung? Loud and proud. Like you mean it. Like you want the world to hear.
Yes, but
Like you want the world to hear the password. Yep.
If we do that though while we're sneaking, it might be a bad idea.
We cover up with boom.
Anyway.
I don't think that's okay. Are we trying to go covert with this, or are we just sort of storming the palace?
That's
Fortress.
what I was hoping to figure out right now. Like,
here's the thing. Gustav is not a fighter, okay? So if we want to go in nice and sneaky, I could be your man, all right? But here's the thing. I did a little sneaking around myself. Curio, you might know Kelly. I met up with Kelly again. Don't judge me. It's okay. So we did some work. Well, don't worry about it. I said don't worry about it. So, okay. So I was able to acquire some things. Okay. One crate. It was a low-ranking uniforms. It's got some things in there. I can't fit it. It's a little too big for me. But Imperial armors, right? We got some weapons. Nobody cares about those. I got some health potions. Those will be helpful for me. And then I also got a map. It's more of a pirate map, not really official, okay? And then
as
what
official
it does,
as in it's not accurate, or official as you stole it. I don't care either way, but
it was given to me. It was a gift. I did not steal it. So if that's
no
what you're
judgment
asking,
if you did. No judgment
right, yeah, yes.
I am
but
trying
what
to
I'm
join
saying,
a thieves guild, so
I'm helping. I'll be here. I swear. It's got some good information on it. But it's not quite like, when they build the things, what do they call it? The blueprints of the place. But it's more like somebody might have rummaged around and drawn them out. But it's a map of the cliffside underneath the fortress, all right, where we could get into the fortress from the outside. Just say.
And he pulls it out. It's the size of him.
Like, so
You can't see him behind it. You just see two paws Two
No.
claws
Gustav
on the
unravels
outside.
this
Yeah.
map on one of the boxes, and you can all see that. So the fortress that you were all describing, Caliban's Watch, is a fortress that was built in the city of Korra on the island Soteria, both as a home to a retired pirate king named Caliban. It was a home that he built for the love of his life, a woman named Korra, who he named the city after. The city was founded legendarily by this pirate king. He built the fortress to watch over his home and protect his home that he built out of love. It's even rumored that the floorboards were built from his ship that he disassembled, that the curtains were made from the sails, that even the door to their bedroom was the door to his captain's quarters. So it is this place that held a lot of importance in the city of Korra and had been uninhabited for a long time. The Empire has recently occupied it, and what you see when Gustav unrolls this map is it is somewhat crudely drawn, definitely not a blueprint, but it does show the cliff that Caliban's Watch sits on, and it shows it almost from a side view, and it shows the cliff beneath apparently has what has always been rumored to be there, but has never been actually found, but is a secret pirate's entrance that can be accessed by water. And it seems to show exactly where you can find it and how you can enter.
And I thought it was just a cliff this entire time.
I'm gonna admit it, I didn't really think the map sounded all like that much, but it actually looks pretty good.
Yes, like usual, everybody underestimates the old Gustav. Ha ha!
But maps do not sound like anything. They are maps. They do not speak. You read them.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah, okay? Yeah.
I was able to had to move my boat parking. You know how it is. But it would appear that there is a very large boat coming with this with it's called the Imperial Golden Sun.
Sounds so
It's got it does. It sounds like, I mean, could be fun game, but not for a boat. It's got a lot of guns. It is a 4-mast dreadnought. They're fast and they can move through water very well, but they are not well defensed. They can be hit very, very easily by the right people. But from what I understand from some of the angrier speaks, there are probably 40 people on there, could be more, and it's supposed to dock on the 9th day of the week. And from there, it will be moved through the streets until it meets the fortress. So I don't know if we would want that, but option 3 or 4, 5, maybe 6.
So the real question is do we want to try and intercept it up there or try and get it after it's been stowed away?
I mean, it's gonna be guarded on its way.
It's going to
To
be
and
guarded
from.
up there, too.
It's probably going to be guarded every single part. It's just where is the weakest point.
So if I am hearing this correctly, it's going to be on a ship. It's coming in on a ship with a lot of guns, but weak as hell. And then it's going to travel up to the fortress, where it is then going to be stowed away somewhere.
Somewhere.
You would infer it would be stored in the vault.
Mhm.
Yeah, Caliban was always said to have had, a pirate's vault where a lot of the wealth was. It was supposed to be this, impregnable vault. But it was always said that no one ever saw him bringing wealth to and from the fortress as well.
But now we know that there is a secret pirate's entrance.
What day of the week is it now?
It is the 7th day of the week.
And it's coming in when?
The
The
9th.
9th day, yes. This world uses a 10-day. So you are on the 9th day, you are on the 7th day, which is Alice, and it is coming in on Far.
So we have 2 days until it comes in.
You do. You have 2 days to do any last planning, prepping, and enact your plan.
And it's coming in at dawn on the 9th day.
That is the interpretation, yeah. It's coming in on the golden sun at dawn.
Yeah. So it's not even a full 2 days. Did anyone scout out the cliffside?
I just know that there's a cliff, not when
Yeah, it is nearly a sheer drop, so no one did any scouting by water.
Yeah, it's just all I know is it's a sudden drop near the fortress. But there is, according to Goose Tip, there is a secret entrance that we can use to get in there, possibly by boat.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds better to me than the sewers.
I also don't know if the sewers are going to fit me and Buck, because Panduh centaurs are size category large in Derek's world, so
You would know that they would. These
would?
these are larger.
Okay.
They're accommodating. Because you would also know that this is often what the Evewalkers will use to kind of hide out in the city.
Okay. But still, it's gross.
Sure.
Sewers are gross. Yes. Maybe as a backup fleeing plan for the sewers?
I like having backup fleeing plans. Okay, so let's rank these out. How do we feel about the ship?
Raimundo, how's your ship? Does it have... How well is it armed?
My ship is more made for stealth, to be going fast to and from. As you may remember, we did a lot of travel from island to island with cargo. So we had to be fast, but not many of the guns, not many of defenses.
And also, it's kind of hard to hide a ship or anything attacking a ship. So. The money or the ship?
Dreadnought's real big.
Derek, how much is it again for
That I'm trying to remember. I remember it was all in silver, and I told one of you, and I can't remember who I told. It was not you.
A lot of money. Enough to be put on a
It
cart.
It was quite a bit. I do remember that. It was enough to pay off a lot of people.
And needing a cart and not just carrying it.
No, not seeing it. I believe that it was at least 4 chests worth of silver. And I will see if I can find that here real quick.
Okay.
It's something that between all of you, you would definitely be able to carry.
I think between 2 centaurs and Raimundo, we can do it.
I wore a muscle shirt for a reason.
Okay. No, that sounds good to me. A lot. Enough to at least pay all of us a nice hefty sum, get it away from the Imperial assholes, and then, at least for you and me, Valerie, pay our way into the guilds, show we are capable, and embarrass some folks at their incompetency. So.
My favorite.
That's the cherry on top right there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but big ship, big guns, big gunpowder, big boom. Eh?
Yes,
Eh?
that's logical.
No shit? No problem.
So what are you trying to imply? What are you throwing down?
A distraction?
Ship go in, ship go boom, collect treasure, run.
Maybe not getting it on the ship, because it sounds like there's going to be like 40 people on that ship, and that's a lot. But maybe after they start heading towards the fortress, an accident did happen on the ship. Put them into a little bit of a not as perceptive run to safety. But that also could be a double-edged sword, because then their watches might be doubled.
Gustav knows that there is always value in distraction. Yeah, so we could always make that a thing too.
I do like the idea of a distraction. I do. It's just when and where.
Yeah, maybe I didn't message all of you. It is, would be probably 4 to 5 chests of Imperial marked silver bars.
Oh, wow.
Imperial marked. It's hard to
Easy
get rid
enough to
of
melt
those.
down for any blacksmith.
Hey! Doesn't Buck do something like that?
I do many things like that.
Yeah.
Something.
Something does. Okay. So it sounds like we're in circles right now. I think we could all at least agree maybe not going through the front door is the best idea, especially with the guards and the hippogriffs and stuff. Is that accurate? I hear what? Yeah.
Are there
Probably.
are there any other Imperial buildings between the ship and the fortress?
Are there?
None that are specifically occupied, but Valerie would definitely have seen many Imperial, not necessarily patrols, because to patrol would indicate that they have already taken over, but just guards, just moseying around, just causing trouble, just, picking fights with people, bumping into people, being general assholes. So they've been trying to purchase the buildings kind of near the edge, but there is a long, open pathway that leads outside of the city up to this hill fortress. But for them to occupy every single building along this cobblestone path in the city of Korra would be incredibly difficult. And Val, you would have overheard in the bar that they were just planning on bringing things in through a caravan. A well-defended caravan, but a caravan nonetheless.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. My only concern with a distraction of the ship is that they're going to be more focused on the caravan and just leave they're going to see it as a distraction and protect the...
True.
And if we wait, then that means more reinforcements. We don't want that.
All I know is that if we don't let Buck let him have something go boom, something is gonna go boom that we don't want to go boom.
Yeah.
It's encouraging.
Controlled boom is better than unexpected boom.
Hey, he's got the point.
I will say,
Sorry, go ahead.
Do we have to be there for the boom to happen?
It's better if not, because if boom hit you, you dead.
Charges, wires, those. You don't have to push a trigger. You can timer it.
I can, but it's no fun. But I can.
What if we bomb on ship?
Mhm.
People think ship is being attacked, and in that way, we distract, and we go through a different way, through caravan, through multiple pieces on the board that they don't know how big, small, few we are.
Maybe so you're saying timed booms.
Timed booms.
Timed booms at strategic locations.
You know, Buck, it's like a surprise for everybody with the timed booms. Think of the joy on people's faces.
Oh, Buck loves joy. Buck loves making people happy with booms. Simple.
Okay. Do we want to go through? Well, it sounds like we don't want to go through the sewers. So does that leave the? Are we going to intercept it, or are we going to get it when it's inside? I think that's the big part.
Personally, I'd like to get inside that fortress, but if we're being smart about it... You said it's an open field going up to the...
It is. Yeah, it's any respectable fortress. There's not a lot of trees.
Yeah.
You know, you want to see what's coming at you. So would it help if I laid out the options as they are
Please.
presented to you?
Please.
Okay. So as Gustav was able to determine, there may be a secret pirate's entrance which could be accessed by water. Longship, paddleboat. It indicates that there is a secret door. It does not necessarily indicate the way to open said secret door, but that there is one which from the map indicates it would lead directly to the vault. Kind of you getting the idea that is where Caliban was getting his wealth. There is the direct assault, which would involve an army of at least 50, maybe 100 if they were garrisoned with what's ever coming off the ship, ballistas and whatever else, literally storming a castle. As long as you have a wheelbarrow and a Holocaust cloak, maybe it'll work. There is attacking the ship, the Golden Dawn, which itself has an unknown number of garrison men or infantrymen inside. You have to assume that whatever is going to be escorting the wealth up to the fortress is going to be partially on the ship. So that is a bit of that's a question mark. That is a massive variable if you did want to attack the ship. The ship itself can defend it, or has good offense, not great defense, but again, it is individuals attacking a literal ship. There are the sewers, which Keisha kind of overheard had been cleared out, which you do know at one time did lead directly to the fortress. It's been a while since anyone has been that far down. So again, a bit of a question mark, but at least it would get you somewhere inside the fortress. Aerial assault, I don't think anybody can fly, so I think that one's out of the question. Or you could attack it in the city streets. There are plenty of buildings that you could perhaps hold up inside, try to attack from above, or attack on the streets. You do also know that might be when the wealth is most defended, most well defended, even outside or even within the fortress. They're just putting it into a vault. When they are moving it is probably when it's going to be most well defended. And again, that is a question mark because you don't know what is going to be escorting it. You know that there are soldiers, you know there are hippogriffs, but Valerie did also overhear a word that she did not recognize, indicating a type of soldier that she was not necessarily familiar with.
Can I repeat the word? Do my
sure.
best to mimic it and see if anyone else can sort of piece it together.
Yeah, the word is Phyllis Titanus. I'm not sure anyone else would necessarily know that. It is a newer type of regimented soldier in the Imperial Army at this point in time.
Gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting an actual word, so that's solid. Solid work.
So here's my proposal. I think that we should go in through, well, let's see if there is an actual pirate secret entrance before the 9th. I think that's a good idea to check out. And then if
Yes,
there is no
please.
secret entrance, scout for the sewers and try to find in a way there. While we're going in the back door, if Buck can possibly figure out some kind of charge or distraction at the front entrance after it has been put in the vault, so they think there's an attack on the front so the inside is less defended. And then we also get in the vault either by lock picking or booms, and we go.
We've all heard rumors about this vault, right? Or no?
Yeah, you all would have heard, well, maybe not necessarily Raimundo, but Gustav having been on the island, Buck and Acacia, definitely Valerie, certainly. Valerie might have even told these stories. There are rumors about Caliban's watch. It is said to be haunted. So that is the other thing about Caliban's watch, is that it was not only incredibly disrespectful for the Empire to occupy this fortress, but maybe even a little, like, not well recommended. Why are they occupying this haunted fortress? It had been uninhabited and boarded up for many, many years. You know, more was a symbol than anything else. And now the Empire has taken the boards off of the arrow slits and occupied it, and seemingly not having any problems. But the stories have always said that Caliban and Korra's love was so strong that it lasted well after death, and they still roam the halls. And that, yes, absolutely, Caliban's vault was where he held his wealth, that let the city of Korra thrive.
Do the Imperials know about the secret, the hauntedness of your fortress?
If they do, they don't care.
Yeah.
I know many sailors are superstitious, and I know that we have some good tricksters here who could look like just about anything.
We could be ghosts.
We could be
I do
ghosts.
apologize. Gonah actually does present. There was an alternative option as well, thanks to Gustav. You do have Imperial uniforms. So not a lot of you appear as human, which the Empire predominantly is, but you do have Imperial uniforms. One of you can shapeshift a little bit. And you do know that there is, at least Acacia has gotten 2 examples of a changing passphrase at the gate.
I was about to say I've got a pretty fair hand with my disguise kit, but just gonna look around at the Komodo dragon lizard folk, the kobold, and the 2 centaurs.
The 2 12-foot centaurs? Yeah.
7 to 8.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you're smaller, yeah.
I guess I could give it a try on myself, but...
If you want some help, I'm good with disguises.
Between the 2 of us, maybe we could slap something together.
I think I'd rather just sneak in.
Well, maybe for some of the recon on the...
Yeah.
Or planting said,
Explosions?
booms. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Especially for those of us who would like to continue living, or...
Well, we did want ghosts. They don't have the other ghosts.
That's
We
one
can
way
make
to
them
go.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can only make them once.
And with that, I think we're going to go to break.
Yeah.
Any additional planning? We'll do any additional planning and things like that during break. We'll be back, everybody, at about 5 to 10. Stick around. We'll see you then. And then when we come back, we will horse heist. Horse crimes.
Horse crimes.
Horse crimes. Stick around. Do the things. We'll see you in just a minute. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this special prequel episode of Horizons Call, Foals and Felonies, an Acacia prequel. We are just about to lay out the plan for the heist and then enact said heist. So, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for joining us, as always. To my players, what is the plan?
Who would like to lay out the plan for everybody?
Acacia, you are
Okay.
team leader. Come on.
Okay, I'm team leader. Fine. This is my prequel. Okay, so overall, the plan is we are going to strategically place bombs along routes as under the guise of soldiers behind the caravan leading up to the fortress. We will be taking another route in, remotely detonating. While they are distracted by booms, sweep in, grab, leave, and then split the cases where we will, I'm assumingly, distribute at some point appropriately. We are going to check the entrance.
Okay, so your plan with the bombs is to detonate them behind the caravan to move them forward to the fortress?
I believe that's what it was. Goose Tip, was that what we were doing?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll make them get the stuff there faster. And then we will wait and grab it. It's easy. Super simple.
Super simple.
Barely an inconvenience.
And then what is the plan to detonate the bombs remotely? Are we using spells for that?
I don't spell. What do the spellcasters have to say about this plan? How did the bombs work?
Gustav takes his
pinch of
book off.
that.
Oh, yeah.
What was that,
Little
Bob?
spark of fun, a little whimsy, and kaboom. It's easy.
You see Gustav on a feet dangling on a crate, and he's flipping through his book, his spell book, and
I don't have anything for that. That sounds amazing. I think Buck should be on that for real.
Yeah, he's not in little book. He's in big brain.
This book is big to me. Always with the small jokes.
Yeah. Well, someday you'll be big like me.
Probably not.
So I'm sorry. What is the plan to detonate the bombs?
Yeah, Panda, what's the plan to detonate the bomb?
Probably spells of some kind.
Okay, because these are like your old-fashioned like iron ball like bomb fragmentation grenades with like a fuse. So I mean, yeah, you could firebolt them. You could.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Wow.
So somebody is going to be doing that while the rest of you. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're going to plant bombs, push everybody towards the fortress, and then you were going to check and see about the hidden entrance.
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to scout out the hidden entrance beforehand?
Yes.
Okay. So it's getting late on the 8th day of the week. You know that that dawn is when the golden sun is going to be arriving. Is everyone going?
I see no reason why not to.
Okay. So you take a long ship. It is a little unwieldy with 2 centaurs, but you're able to make it. There's the cliff that Caliban's watch sits on is this like near sheer drop with these jagged rocks below. A lot of the surf makes it kind of tough for larger ships to move in this area, but a smaller ship is able to navigate somewhat well. And between all of you, you're able to push off of the jagged rocks and maneuver to a point where the water becomes a little more still, the rocks around you almost creating this this barrier. And you find a small, almost like handhold in a way, like 4 just indents, almost like finger holes that are marked on the map. And it's just in this rock face, there's no like creases, there's no lines, but that is the symbol that the map says to look for.
What next, Goose Dip?
This is all new to me. I don't.
But you got the map.
Yeah, we roll out the map and like trying to figure it out. Can I roll a check for that? Or
Yeah, you can roll Arcana or Intelligence.
All right. Sure. Ooh, nice. 19. Natural 19.
Wonderful. So, like a lot of magical doors, there's passwords, and sometimes just the way to even get access to that password is to create physical contact. You have what appear to be 4 finger holes. 4 fingers should probably come in.
He sticks his fingers in.
This might
As you
hurt a
do.
bit. I don't know.
As you do, you hear a bite. No.
That's what I was worried about.
Feel a pinch.
Son of a bitch!
And
Disclaimer.
yeah, no healers between any of you too. That's fine.
yeah.
Neither did we in Horizon's Call, technically.
I can heal a little bit.
Quite a paladin. Gustav, when you do, this etching starts to illuminate on the rock, very much like a traditional fantasy magical door. It is in common, and it is in what appears to be a scrawled handwriting, and it just says the greatest treasure.
I think this is the one.
And he pushes it.
You push what?
I don't know. He just pushes
You just
on.
press your fingers?
Yeah,
Nothing
press
happens.
his fingers on.
Son of a bitch.
Within 19, you would imagine that this is the call. It would need a response.
Is that?
Love.
Uh,
Caliban and Cora, love.
oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Go for. Yeah.
Acacia,
What?
What?
Acacia, when you say love, and Gustav just kind of like turns around, you see that nothing happens. But as you're explaining, like Caliban and Cora, with Cora, you feel a rumble, and the water starts to fill into this crevice, which is now being formed in the rock as the rock falls away. And
Acacia,
you
you are definitely your son, your father's daughter. You are very smart.
Because he thinks that it's just love, like her first reaction. He has no idea.
Gustav, you can actually see over the 4 finger holds, RCORA.
That's LOVE in a different language, right? No.
No. That says Cora. Okay, so we know it's here. That's good. That's very, very good. Do we want to?
It's just about wide enough for like a longboat, like a traditional sailing ship could not enter this cave. It is definitely a pirate's cove, and it's nighttime. It is dark within, but there is kind of a musty air which expels outwards. But this is an area where you could enter your boat, and you can't see much else beyond from where you are.
Do you want to keep scouting, or just come back tomorrow?
Do we have any aerial friends?
Like mermaids or flying people?
I mean, either. Like,
I do have a cousin who is a flying lizard, but do not think he can get here within a day.
okay,
Valerie, you can make a
well-
bonus action to change Edgar into something else.
call that Plan B.
I mean, I can fly up there if you want me to. What do you
Are there
want?
hippogriffs? Can we see any
Oh,
hippogriffs?
Yeah, we just
fair.
wanna, yeah.
I
Okay, I thought you were talking about allies. That's
yeah.
I could ask the birds.
there are
Friends was
hippogriffs that
sarcastic.
are hippogriffs that are currently flying over the fortress. They typically don't fly out to the ocean, since most everything can kind of be seen from the fortress itself,
Okay.
and it's also dark. So those that are flying on them do not have dark vision.
Well, we have something in common. I mean, can it hurt to just take a little peek inside?
Yeah, I'm good to go inside for sure.
Doesn't hurt.
I mean, it could. Like,
Do we need a light? We need to know where it ends up, you know.
And he looks at the map. The map just has like the lines and stuff.
I need to know where this comes out at if we're going to snatch up the money from the vault.
a light would be super great. I kind of thought it was like still twilight, so if we could get inside and like.
I got prestidigitation.
Raimundo like looks around at everyone and opens his satchel and gets out a torch and just like lights it. like
Like a shotgun?
Yeah, great.
I see in the dark anyway, so it's fine. This works.
Yes,
I usually don't have this
Acacia-
problem. Yeah.
I think Acacia and Gustav are the only two that actually have dark vision here.
I'm a lizard. I don't like the dark.
I have a cantrip called Produce Flame.
Certainly do that. Just hold a fireball in your hand.
Hold a fireball, right his hand. Yeah, little friend. Yeah. Neat trick.
This seems safe.
Anyway,
We can't lose. Let's go.
in, out, prep for the morning.
Yeah, very quickly.
We're gonna look.
Okay. So you let your boat kind of go into this cove, this cave entrance. As you go in, you can see that it is a pretty sizable cavern. There are spider webs everywhere. It definitely hasn't been in use for quite some time. The water feeds up to a small almost like area where you can step off, and then there is a crisscross stairway which leads up to a single iron door.
Do we want to check the door super quick? Check. That's locked. It's probably locked. Let's be realistic.
Okay. So anyone who is going to be kind of moving through this area, I need a dexterity check from. These webs are, like I said, literally everywhere.
Nice.
15.
18.
That is a 9 on my.
17
19.
for Valerie.
If you roll beneath a 16, you are kind of getting caught up in a lot of these thicker webs, really. So Gustav, I think you were the only one who succeeded on that.
Shit. Can we burn some of these away?
Valerie, what'd you get? You got a 17. Okay, so Valerie and Gustav are both
Raimundo.
And
and Raimundo. Okay, so the centaurs. Raimundo, I thought you got a 15.
19.
19. Okay, never mind. So yes, the centaurs are currently grappled in some of the thicker webbing. But the rest of you, can kind of move along.
God damn
Unless
it.
you would like to cut your friends free.
Raimundo will cut Acacia free. Just stop struggling. Stop.
We should just burn this away. You know how
No.
flammable spiders' webs
Oh.
are?
All flammable. So the whole thing is fire. We cut.
Oh, yeah, good
cut.
Wait, don't. Shh. And I look at Buck.
Valerie will just and start cutting away at the spider webs on Buck.
Ugh, nasty. Nasty. No fun. Ugh, do not like. Give me things I can fight, not little nasty webs. Ugh.
Valerie, it's as you're cutting away, you are going to feel something behind you.
I would like to
And-
not.
You would like to not? Okay.
I'd like to
Would you
roll
like to
for
roll
not.
to not? You're going to
This game
feel
would be
a
easier.
claw swipe at you, And Valerie, you're going to take 13 points of slashing damage, and the rest of you would see, with the light kind of illuminating, you would see this pale white, almost scorpion-looking thing just slowly drop down from the ceiling, and with these massive claws, just take a swipe at Valerie. And with that, let's see if we can get here. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Hell yeah. It's a good thing we came here early.
Right?
So I can sleep off my
So let's change this
gushing
one.
wounds.
This one. Nah, we'll do Harmon CR. There we go. Okay. So let me roll for these little fuckers. Okay. So
Oh, initiative.
anything above 20?
I got a dirty 20.
23.
Okay. Valerie, Acacia. Okay. What is that? 19 to 16. 15 to 13.
What did you
Anything
all
above 10?
roll?
Got an
I got a
11.
10.
Okay, so Buck got an 11, Gus got a 10, and Ray, that was a 4? 3, okay.
Oh.
I
Okay.
had
I
a nat
rolled
20.
a 1.
Why?
I've got a +2 on
Oh,
my
no.
initiative.
Oh, poor Ray.
Aw.
All right. Valerie, you are first, which is fitting because as you spin around to this thing that has just swiped at you, you come face to horrible face with a cave fisher. It is a pallid, pale, like I said, very scorpion-looking creature that has this almost spiderweb-like filament kind of coming out of its mandibled mouth, these two massive, like lobster-like claws. And it has spun its way down on some of this spider web-like filament and has taken a swipe at you.
I would just like the record to note that I don't care for this thing. I'm going to draw. I would have already had my dagger out to help Buck, so I'm going to
Correct.
pull out my longsword if I can, and swipe at this thing.
Yeah.
14.
14 is not going to do it. You take a swipe and it goes wide.
Okay, that's because I am like thrown off by this thing's appearance. I'm going to.
Absolutely.
Oh my god! Wait, do I not? Do I get? Oh, thank God. 2 weapon fighting. Oh, natural 20. Son of a gun.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
So that's 24
Okay.
for the dagger.
Yeah, I'll hit. Yeah.
Yay! D4 damage is 4. 6 if I'm doubling it. That'll.
How is
I don't add
4 double
my
this?
proficiency, do I?
So whatever the, you can double your roll, or you can double. Just go ahead and double the whole do.
Okay, so.
Or I guess you can roll twice, or you can double the roll. So yeah, that does make sense. So it would be 6 in total.
Right, because I don't double my proficiency bonus, right?
Correct. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I played this before.
I mathed correctly. I get a gold
Proud of
star. Meanwhile, Edgar, who starts with an O, would like to tussle, please. And thank you.
Like,
that is the name.
just
of
tussle
this
his
move.
hair, or
Yeah, yeah. He's just gonna reach out and just like, yeah. He's just gonna like skitter up over this thing, I guess, and like.
Mhm.
I'm using this term non-mechanically, but like I guess grapple it, like just like.
okay. So your
Like a
Edgar is going
junior
to
high
like leap up you
wrestler
and then just
on
just
top of
leap
like a
onto this cave fisher?
WWE wrestler.
Okay. Is Edgar making an attack with damage?
Well, it'd be weird if he wasn't.
Then
It's a melee.
What is the what?
He's plus 40 hit is 21.
21 will hit. Edgar hits. What is the damage? And is this an attack that can grapple?
No. I was just using that, even
Okay.
though it's like a 5-foot range. Why is he gonna do more damage than I am? Excuse me. That's 4 damage. He didn't move too far to get him, so I guess it's just 4 damage.
4 damage? Okay.
Yes.
Anything
Unless
else
he
for your
gets-
turn?
Nope. Thank you.
Okay. Acacia, it is your turn.
As I see this, there's like, oh shit, because she's right in front of me, and the fissure is right there.
Mm-hmm. And Acacia, you are. Were you? I'm going to say you're still technically grappled since everyone was just freeing you at the time. So it is escape DC of 13.
Does it specific blah 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 acrobatics?
Yeah, strength or dex.
Okay.
Or you can
Okay.
also attack the filament if you would like.
I'm going to use my advantage to get out of this because
Okay.
I want to attack the thing. I'm sorry. I'm using my advantage on the roll.
Sure.
I rolled worse. What the fuck? So I have like a pink blade that just appeared out of nowhere out of my hand, and I'm trying to get out, and it's not working. So instead, since grapple gives me disadvantage on the thing, so I'm still attacking. I'm going to attack with my bonus action to slash
Okay.
at it. That is only an 11. No. 12.
Okay. It neither hits the cave fisher nor the filament.
Damn it. Struggling
Okay.
out of it.
It is the cave fisher's turn. The first one is going to take another swipe at Valerie. That is only a 9 plus 5, so that's only a 14. I don't think that does that hit Val? It does hit Val. God, I'm used to your. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That is 15 points of slashing damage, and it's at this point the rest of you see
Val go down.
Val went down.
Yep.
Okay. It's at this point that you see another cave fisher is dropping as well, and this one is going to try shooting its filament at Gustav. So let's see, 60 feet. Here's to anything. So Gustav, you are currently grappled. There's no. This is just a thing that it has. So you're currently grappled. It's DC 13 strength, or you can also attack it on your turn. And that is it for their turn. So Buck, it is now your turn.
So Valerie managed to cut me free before this happened, or was that still in the process?
Valerie was in the process of. So you are still bound as well.
Okay.
So an escape DC of 13, or like I said, you can attack. It has an AC of 15.
Now, is that if I just want to do anything, or is that just if I move?
You're grappled, so you can technically have your actions. You have a movement of 0. You have like disadvantage on attacks and things like that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and get out before I do anything.
Okay.
That's a 7, so that's not happening.
Okay.
So
You do have advantage. Everybody does have an advantage.
You know what? I'll use that. That's worse. That's a 5. Mare has contaminated us. But I would like to attempt to summon my wildfire spirit.
Okay.
Would I be able to summon it kind of closer to the cave fisher that had attacked Valerie recently?
Sure. I'm not super fluent. What is the wording on?
Let me pull that back up. Sorry.
I'm not read up on my wildfire stuff yet.
I did post a video on how flammable spider webs are in our chat, and I think it's a very. I just want you to know how flammable these things are.
Let's see.
Educational.
Educational tag.
Educational.
Yes.
As an action, you can expend one use of your wild shape to wild shape feature is summon your wildfire spirit. Rather than assuming a beast form, each creature within 10 feet of the spirit other than you, when it appears, must succeed on a dex saving throw, DC 14, or take 2d6 fire damage.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. So it's how many, within what range of the creature has to do that?
10 feet.
Okay, so I would say that you could get it within 10 feet of the cave fisher and get it outside of the range of Valerie so that she doesn't knock
I
down.
would love to do that.
one
That'd be
saving
great.
throw. Okay, so it's sorry, what kind of saving throw?
DC 14.
DC 14 dex?
Dex, yep.
Okay. It does not succeed.
Okay. So that is 3 damage.
Oh. Okay, good to know. Perfect. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Gust, it is your turn. You are grappled as well, so same thing. AC 15, 5 hit points of the filament, or you can do a DC 13 grapple escape, either with dex or strength.
You see Gusta clear his throat. And he's going to cast Dragon's Breath as a bonus action on the webbing around him, the filament.
Okay.
How does that work? It's a dex save.
I would say it's webbing. It can't roll a save, so it's an automatic success.
So I'm going to roll 3d6 of, we'll just say fire damage. Why not? 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, it only had 5 hit points. You are You burn away your the filament around you, and you are freed.
And then he is going to lift his hand. How far is he from the first?
The first one, you were all kind of like grouped together, so you're no more than 15 feet from the one that took Valerie down, who is down, by the way. I'm letting the person with the health potions know that. And the other one is above you, maybe about 30 feet up, that shot their filament down at you.
He's going to, who's the closest person to him?
I would probably say, who else was successful? Raimundo was probably closest to you.
So he's gonna back up 30 feet from where everybody's at, but he's gonna also use his action to hand off 2 health potions to Raimundo, because
Raimundo, you are a strong lad. Here, take these, give them to people. I am moving. I'm out of here. This is too much for me. Bye.
And you see him like waddle quickly along the floor, ducking and dodging all of the webs 30 feet away.
I don't feel like this is the proper use for my fists.
I believe in you.
And with that, Raimundo, it is your turn.
Okay, so first thing, is Acacia free? I didn't...
Acacia's not free, no. The only one who got free was Gusta. Acacia and Buck are both still grappled, and Valerie is down. It was a rough start.
Hella. They all died. And then there was... let's see. First thing Raimundo is going to do is going to be getting Acacia free.
Okay.
So... Tell you what, he'll use a bite. Well, I would like to rage.
Okay. Bonus action to rage.
Bonus action to rage. And then he's gonna just start biting at the webbing. Cotton candy. Nom nom.
Nom nom. Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
18.
Wonderful. I was going to say, because there is something in here that if an attack to it is unsuccessful, the weapon becomes stuck to it. And I didn't know how to rule that. So I'm glad that was successful. Go ahead and roll damage.
Funny thing, I do have a story where my cousin once tried to open a glue bottle and got his teeth stuck together. So, I mean, same thing.
Yep.
Same thing. Let's see, that's 7 plus 2, 9.
Yes. Okay. So Acacia, you have been made free.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Raimundo.
And with that, Valerie, death save.
We got this.
You sure
do it.
do.
Can't scroll, but that's fine. I add nothing, right? It's just a
You
flat.
add nothing.
14. Ha!
That is one success. Congratulations.
So Edgar can still go though, right?
Edgar can. Do you want Edgar to go get you a health potion?
It'd be super convenient for me.
Does a little hopping jump over to Raimundo and just like puts his little paws up. Just.
I love him
Drops
so
it.
much.
If Valerie has to die for Edgar to live, that's a price I'm willing to pay.
Yes, I do know all too well that a familiar does stay on after they're the person who summoned them, as long as they don't get knocked to 0 hit points.
Yeah.
Learn that the hard way. So Edgar is able to get over. So by your next turn, Edgar will be able to administer a health potion, assuming that the cave fisher doesn't go after him.
So my turn.
Acacia, yes, it is your turn.
Is there anyone within melee distance of any of the cave fishers?
Only Valerie.
Okay, and Valerie does not count. So I'm just
Technically, I guess Edgar would be. Edgar went back over to Valerie.
So I can get my sneak attack.
You can. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to manifest my lovely, lovely pink daggers out of my hands, and I'm just gonna stab.
Okay.
That is a dirty. That's above 20. Sorry. That is above 20.
That'll definitely hit.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14 with the first attack.
Mm.
And I would like to backhand with another pink blade with my psionic abilities, please. To do a
Okay.
bonus. That is much higher than before. 17 on the die plus the thing. I believe it is going to be 3 damage. And this is all
Okay.
psychic, by the way.
Wonderful. Acacia, you notice something when you're slashing at this cave fisher, when the blood kind of splatters outwards from your regular dagger. When it hits the flame entity that Buck summoned, it ignites, almost like throwing gasoline on a fire.
Beautiful. Hey, Buck. These things will probably have a big boom.
You betcha.
With that, it is Cave Fisher's turn. So first Cave Fisher is going to attack towards Acacia, because Acacia just entered melee. So that is going to be, I believe, a dirty 20. I think they have a +5 to hit. Yes. So Acacia, that is going to be, it was there 11 slashing damage, and they do have multi-attack. That one's only 18. Okay. So yes, AC 17, so then that's 6, 9. So then an additional 9. The other one is going to come down and, let's see, who would it probably go after? Probably go after Raimundo, who just tore apart its filament. So Raimundo, it's going to take 2 attacks towards you. There's a nat 1 for one of them, and a 14 for the other, so I don't think either of those hit.
Raimundo
Okay.
flips both of them off.
Flipped off by a Komodo dragon. That is, hey, welcome to D&D. Okay. Then in that case, Buck, it is your turn. You are still grappled, but you have your flame entity. And like I said, you can attack with an AC of 15 or DC 15 strength or dex to escape.
So I'm gonna try to escape.
Okay.
That's still only an 8. So as a bonus action, can I cast my Flame Blade spell
Sure.
and then make an attack on the webs?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's a 24. So
Yeah. So you're attacking the webbing that's on you?
yeah. Just kind of like
Yeah,
taking the flaming sword and just kind of like.
You are successful. You are now freed.
And then I would like to move towards Acacia.
Okay. So you're moving towards Acacia, a cave fisher, the downed Valerie, Edgar, and then behind your flame spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
You have no fear. Buck is here.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with chest.
All right. Anything else for your turn? Okay. With that, Gustav, it is your turn. You have waddled off into the darkness, avoiding webs. What would you like to do?
Yeah. How far am I from the first cave fisher or cave?
Probably. You said you moved about 30 feet, so you're probably about
Yeah.
45 feet away at this point.
All right. So I'm gonna move another 30 back away from the fray. And
There's
then...
not that much room in here. At that point, you're in the water. There was a
well, I'm
small
gonna get-
landing here.
Oh yeah,
So-
right towards the edge. Yeah.
Okay. So you're probably right at
yeah.
the edge by moving that 30 feet.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna cast a firebolt, and he's gonna stick his quarterstaff out and flame.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn you. Ugh.
And he casts a firebolt at the fisher.
Okay.
19 plus 6.
That'll do it.
25 to hit, and that's 1d10. 2.
Okay. Even with that 2, though, you notice that, again, much like I mentioned, how the blood kind of ignited on the flame spirit, that damage is doubled. So you do 4 points of damage, and you all watch as the firebolt just kind of whooshes over this thing. All right. With that, we are at Raimundo's turn. So Raimundo, you have a health potion in one hand, some lovely filament cotton candy in your mouth, and a cave fisher bearing down on you.
I mean, okay, sure. How do I do improvised weapon?
It is either a strength or a dex, depending on whether you're hitting or throwing. And then it is just a straight, it's a 1d4 damage.
Okay. So he should still have that torch
Yes.
that he lit at the beginning of the cave. So he's gonna whack it. So cool. That's 12 strength plus 4, I believe. No, plus 2. So 14 to hit.
You will swipe down with the flame, but the cave fisher will lunge to the side. They do have an AC of 16.
Okay. Yeah, a little turd. I think that's it.
Okay. With that, Valerie, on your turn, we can say that Edgar does his duty very well and gives you a health potion. So if you want to go ahead and roll for that, see how much health you get back.
What kind of health potion was it?
Just a regular old.
2d4 plus 2.
2, 4, 6. So 8. Thank you
So you're back up to 8.
very much. Oh.
Edgar's there looking very concerned.
He's a good
Kind of
boy.
brushes his whiskers a little bit.
Oh. Okay. And I can't do anything, right?
No, I always will that you can. I mean, it's you were administered a health potion by your familiar, so your Edgar can't do anything else, but you are brought back to health. So you are prone, but you still have your action.
Okay. In which case, I don't want to do any of these things. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to almost drunkenly swipe at the nearest cave fisher with my longsword again.
Okay.
Wait, how close is it? It's still within 5 feet, right?
It's right above you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make an escape. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
7 damage.
Okay.
15 for the dagger.
Okay.
That hits?
They have an AC of 60.
Okay. Well, I'll take the 7.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, things looking very rough.
Yes. Okay, good. And then that's it for me, because I... Aw, heck. Wait, who's after me?
Me.
Acacia.
Acacia, I am going to, with my somewhat confused back to consciousness mental state, I'm going to give you the best bardic inspiration that I can, which mostly consists of me saying, hey, you know, that's pretty dope with the, like, pink stuff and whatnot.
Thanks, Valerie.
Yeah.
With that. D6s?
D6.
Okay. I will, because Valerie is also there in melee, as long with Edgar. I will just attack, please. That is an 18 on the die. First, and sneak attack is going to be 5, 9, 10, 11, 16 points of damage.
All right. Acacia, how do you finish this first one?
Is it still hanging from the ceiling?
It is. Yeah, it's kind of hanging by the filament out of its butt.
I cut off the end of its butt and it lands on the edge of my sword. Right.
Super gross.
Yeah, it's really gross.
Yeah.
And how far is that other one?
The other one's only about like 10 feet away and is currently engaged with Raimundo.
And kind of as when I slashed with the one at its butt, I'm gonna throw it at the other one to attack that one over there. That is a nat 1, so it will not hit.
Okay.
And I am done.
All right. It is K-Fisher's turn. There's one left. It is going to take those swipes at Raimundo. I believe those AC 15. Yes, both are going to hit. So Raimundo, you're going to take 9 plus 7, so that's 16 plus 6, so 22 points of damage. And since you are raging, I believe those are halved, so you will take 11. And you get to continue to rage. Okay. That is all for their turn. With that, Buck, it is your turn.
So, can I move into, like, range of Acacia? And I want to... Buck sees what she's just done. Ah, you quick. Very good. Much proud. And he puts a hand on her shoulder, and I want to cast Longstrider.
Okay.
Go get them.
Okay. Acacia, very fast.
Make them pay.
At what? Plus 10 to my move speed? I think so. I fast.
I believe so, yeah.
That
Okay.
is correct.
Anything else for your turn?
No.
Did your wildfire spirit do anything?
Can I actually? Let me see, because I would like to move that if possible. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd be able to.
It has a speed. It has a flight and move speed.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Yes, it would just move over to where the other cave fisher would be.
Okay,
It
when it
also
does
has
that,
a
does the
ranged
cave fisher
weapon
have to do a?
attack, too.
Yeah, does the cave fisher have to do a dex save when it moves?
It has a ranged weapon attack and it can move.
Yeah, I think it's when it just appears and it just gets dropped on him that it has to make the save.
Okay, yeah, let's see. So yeah, you got the flame seed, and each creature within 10 feet when it appears. Yeah, when it appears. Okay. So yes, but you do have the flame seed and the fiery teleportation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that, Gustav, it is your turn. There's one cave fisher left. It's engaged with Raimundo.
So I'm gonna move 30 feet within 30 feet of the cave fisher. Now
Mhm.
that I'm feeling, it's only one. He's gonna slam his quarterstaff down. The quarterstaff is like the size of him, so it's like he slams it down and then he points his two fingers and he says, "Witch bolt," and he's gonna cast witch bolt at second level.
I do love the difference between Proximus, who uses like Afrikaans for his spells, and then Gustav, who just says the spell in common.
I only learned one thing. It's common. It's okay.
So 13, 19. Does that hit?
Yeah, 19 will hit. Yeah.
And he's gonna do 2d12s. Oh, nice. 11, 18 total damage.
Okay. And what type of damage is that?
That is necrotic.
Okay.
Oh, lightning. I'm sorry.
Lightning. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Gustav, anything else for your turn?
Hey, somebody hit him. Bite.
He's gonna kind of try to waddle off to the side, but he gets nowhere.
Okay. Raimundo, it is your turn.
So seeing that the flail really didn't do much, and at some point, like, he started picking the cotton out of his teeth, gonna go for a bite again.
All right. Nom nom.
Nom. Frick. It's a 13, so it doesn't hit.
Okay. 13 will not hit. Isn't the bite a bonus action, though?
For lizard throw?
I don't think so. I think it's literally just a strike.
Okay. I must be thinking of something else.
A melee attack, yeah. He
Okay.
can use like a bonus action to do other stuff with it, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. With that, we're back top of the order with Val. Val, you are up. There's one cave fisher left. What would you like to do?
I would like to stab, please.
Stab away.
$17?
I'll do
With
it.
my long sword, please and thank you. Well, that's 1 damage. And 21 on my dagger,
Mm-hmm.
which is 6 damage.
Okay.
I got the D4 under my fingernail.
Oh,
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I don't recommend that.
Yeah. Why did you do
D4 hurts you back.
It did.
that? What does Edgar do?
Edgar would like to tussle, please.
tussle away. Get him, Ed.
22. Son
Okay.
of a-
You have to get Edgar some armor here.
I know.
Or like a little pirate hat.
And a 3 for damage. Maybe with his little, like, teeth.
Okay. All right. With that, Acacia, it is your turn. You have Long Strider.
I'm not gonna get super close, but Valerie is still within. It sounds like Valerie and Raymundo are still within distance, so I'm just gonna throw some pink daggers, please. And I close out of my character sheet. What the shit? It's okay. I remember my things, so it's fine. That is a nat 20.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
So I will be rolling 6d6, please.
Mm-hmm.
12, 13, 14. 25 points of damage.
Is that the doubled?
That is, I rolled for damage, but I did all of it, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. 25. This thing's looking very rough.
I will throw another dagger at it with my bonus action, please.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be 17. And that'll be 6 damage.
It had 5 hit points left. Acacia, how do you take out this second Kingfisher?
The first one hits the side of its neck, and then the second one hits it, driving it in deeper. And I mean, you got a nice little head at your feet.
He's gonna pick it up and start like, this is good food.
Yeah, do the lizard folk thing and eat it. Leave nothing left.
Exactly. Like this, honestly, protein. Like we need to buff up. Let's be honest here. So I'm not gonna describe it, but y'all know what happens.
We all do. It's worse in our heads. Wonderful. We are out of initiative order. You all find yourselves in this still thoroughly webbed, but seemingly as you look around, you don't see any other cave fissures. Otherwise empty cave.
I would have hated to deal with that tomorrow. Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have been able to. You know, it took all of us.
Yeah.
Team effort.
Yes.
Big boom.
I think this will work. But let's check out this door, huh?
Maybe in the meantime, Buck, you can clear out the webs and make sure there are no more cave fishers.
He's good. And he just swings his flame blade, like swinging away at the webs, having a good time. It's in the candy shop.
Buck, as you go swinging away at the webs, this room illuminates. None of you take any damage because the webs ignite pretty quickly. But as you look around, you can see that the walls are actually painted very vividly. And they are all paintings of Caliban and Cora together. And it's images of them building this home, and it's images of his ship. And then on the far wall nearest to you, something that you couldn't have seen, even with dark vision, because you can't see with color, there is an image of him proposing to her.
Oh my god. Are you
Good,
okay,
good.
Gonah? There's a bird in here?
There's a
Oh my god. That is not what I was expecting in the least.
I'm sorry.
your
did
literal
you guys
house.
See it?
I saw
See
it.
it?
surprises abound.
A bat flies out of the cave, hitting Raymundo.
Right?
Yeah.
It's too real. It's too real.
Yeah. She is very method. Like, I am here for that.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I mean, I'm okay. I don't know where the bird is.
Poor
Oh, no.
bird.
You're gonna find out soon.
I'm gonna find out, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Let us know if you need to deal with the bird.
Worst comes to worst, like you'll see the camera turn off, and I'll eat a little bit more.
Fair. Address the real world bird before it
Yeah.
Seems valid. Oh my god.
Because my uncle's here, so like maybe I don't know, maybe he's doing something about it. I don't know.
Just letting birds into the room? That's an
No,
odd
like-
pastime.
Okay, so fun thing, he had said that like a bird got into the like the mud room.
Mhm.
And And so he had left the door open so it could get out, and then the door between like the house and the mudroom, apparently it snuck in. We have more rogues in here.
Oh
Oh, there it is.
Oh goodness.
This is your chance to be a Disney princess. You gotta,
Wee.
yeah.
I'm an alto.
befriend
They
that
don't
bird.
let altos be Disney princesses.
You just hold out your hand just like this, just see if it'll just
Yeah. Perch.
light up. Okay, so you are now back in the otherwise dark cavern, apart from the torch that Raimundo is holding. And you have the switchback stair that leads up only about like maybe 20 feet to a doorway, an iron doorway.
Valerie is going to spend some time looking at the proposal mural and specifically the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Just for future note. Certainly if someone else wants to go up the stairs ahead of me, that would be fine.
You see Gustup waddling, and he's trying to get up the stairs. They're like a little too high, so like his cloak is showing, and then you see his little tail like wagging, and he's trying to pry himself up, and his little cobalt butt is like showing underneath his robes, but he's struggling. He's having a hard time.
Gustip, would you like a ride?
Yes, that would be. Thank you. Can you pick me up? Raimundo did that to me earlier. It was so much easier.
I'll put you on Buck's back and I'll lift you up, put you on
Thank you.
haunches. I'm also going to follow up the stairs to look at the door.
Okay.
Random.
So who is checking at the door then?
I believe me, Gustip, and then Acacia, and anybody else wants to follow.
I'll eventually
is-
follow.
Probably
but-
following with the torch, just for light purposes.
Sure.
Sure.
It is a bolted iron door. Who would like to check said door?
I want to see if it's locked, y'all. It's locked.
It is not locked. Has a little bit of heft that seeming like, it is iron. It is in a moist environment. It is somewhat rusted, but the hinges give way after a moment, and it does creak open to a very dark hallway.
Usually these things are locked, right?
Yeah. I don't know how far we should go in.
I mean, didn't we already come through a locked door?
Yeah. Magically locked too. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
I'm small. I can go down the hallway. I can't really make myself invisible, but I'm smaller.
Maybe just a quick
Way.
check to see.
And as Acacia says that, Buck snaps his fingers. Ah, idea. And the wildfire spirit hovers over his shoulder, like it takes the form of a small bird. And he turns and looks at it. A little friend, you want to explore? Go. And he shakes it off his shoulder. He sends it down the hallway about 15, 20 feet.
I like that idea better. I don't get hurt. I like that. Full of surprises, Buck. Yes.
Well, they don't call me Mr. Wild for nothing.
Buck Wild. Ah.
That were nothing.
So the fiery bird illuminates this hallway. It goes about 35 feet down. Stone kind of arched hallway, tall enough for all of you to move through. Wide enough as well, about 10 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be reinforced stone. When the bird gets to the end, you can make out a stairway which seems to lead upwards, perhaps into the fortress. And then the bird flies back, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. As the bird flies back, you can see that there still is a light coming from the opposite end of the hall.
I want to check the map. Can I check the map and like see like we are here on the map?
Yeah, the map would definitely indicate that this is, I mean, it shows the cave entrance. It kind of has like that hollowed out point, which would show the cavern. And then it's, I mean, very crudely drawn, but yes, steps, a door, a hallway, and then more steps, and then like a little box, which is almost like if you were looking at like the anatomy of the fortress, it would be like the stomach. This is where you think that is indicating the vault.
It looks like we are right here.
And he's gonna take out a small pencil or charcoal and draw like the cave fissures where they were, just like a circle with legs coming off of it. And then
so we are here. If we go down the hallway, it looks like there's a box. There might be something in the box.
That might be the vault.
I told you, you are so smart. Just Curio, he's the smart one. Darius, he's the pretty one. So I know he taught you very well.
I think we should probably not stick around though. I see light, and I kind of want to start closing the door.
Yeah, Acacia, when you say that, you and Buck, with your past perception, would definitely notice that this light is starting to take on a form. It started as an orb, but you can start to see it taking on like a humanoid shape. I need everyone except for Valerie, who is not there, to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
I'm missing the
shit.
ghost.
Oh, don't worry, honey. You're not missing a.
Shit.
Valerie, I need a charisma saving
Wisdom?
throw from
you said wisdom.
you. Yes, wisdom, please.
That would be a 14. I just beat it.
Okay.
Charisma?
11.
6.
14 total?
Okay. So that was 14 charisma from Val. Buck succeeded Gustav. What was yours?
6.
6.
A natural 4.
Acacia, what was yours?
19.
19. And Raimundo?
11.
11. Okay. Raimundo and Gustav, the Scalies, you are both frightened as the form of a ghost pirate comes rushing down the hall at you. The centaurs, however, are steadfast. And as the form of Caliban, the Pirate King, stands before you in full ghostly visage. So the kobold and the lizard folk, I'm assuming, are bolting at this point because that's what fear does, mechanically.
I'm having a hard time getting off the back of Buck.
Yes.
My legs are wobbling.
Scrambling.
I'm trying to run, but I don't want to fall because it's really high.
Yeah. Acacia, you come face to face with Caliban the Kind.
Buck, do you see what I'm seeing?
Yes. And Buck actually like kneels and places his hand over his heart and bows his head respectfully.
You can get off now, Gustav. He's kneeling.
And yeah, I cast Expeditious Retreat. I'm so scared. No, I just run.
Okay.
In his little, it looks like from Halo, the what are they? The minions, like yeah, the demon. Sorry.
So Acacia and Buck, you are face to face with this hollow-eyed, skeletal, ghostly. It's this greenish blue, kind of just hazing around, and you can see him have this sharp intake of breath, and this mist just expels. And he just keeps looking back and forth between the two of you, Buck, your head bowed. And then you hear a voice from below. And it's coming from Valerie, but it's not Valerie's voice. It says, "Darling, do stop. You're clearly not here to steal anything. There was nothing left to steal anyway."
I was Hi.
And when the ghost form of Caliban hears that, he just kind of straightens up and goes, apologies. Ahoy. I forgot my manners. What can I do for you?
He helped us to say a big fuck you to the Empire? Yeah?
And not completely accurate. We are here to scout to steal something tomorrow morning. It's coming in.
Fine, follow me. And the ghostly form just, if it had feet, but it doesn't, would turn its heel and start moving through the hallway, slightly illuminating the area. Gustav and Raimundo, as you are running, Valerie's hands kind of catch the two of you, and you actually feel a calm surge through you. And you would watch as the ghostly form of a beautiful woman presses out of Valerie and stands in front of you. She's, I'm terribly sorry for my husband. It's been a while since we've had visitors that we actually wanted to have. My name is Cora. Welcome to our home. You're all here to help us get rid of our unwanted occupants, I assume?
Nope.
Yes. See.
Oh, I mean, I don't like ghosts. They creep me out. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend. Nope.
But you do not say nope when she asks us a question that the answer is yes. Yes.
The answer is
What
yes.
what she said. Yeah.
Little
yeah,
friend,
what
if
he
you would
said.
like to just close your eyes, I promise that nothing will happen to you.
Here, come here, and Raimundo like takes Gustav and just like does the thing of like put on his shoulders and just like cover your eyes and
I'm not
we'll get
wearing
through this
underwear. I'm just warning you.
That's
okay.
That's what's on
All right.
my.
We're already here now. It's too late. All right. Yep.
There's a smack as he lands on his shoulders.
I need art of that.
By the end of this, Gustav will have ridden on the shoulders or backs of every of the other characters. Okay. So if you all go to follow Caliban, the ghostly form leads you through this hallway, up these stairs to a second door. This one is locked, but you can actually see he pulls out a ghostly key, a skeleton key, and is able to unlock it. And there within is what you assume to be the vault. There is a massive door on the other side. It's dark in here, but again, he is illuminating the area around him. And you can see that some treasure is already in here. There's a few chests, some stacks of gold bars, but definitely not the significant wealth that you were expecting.
Hey, you have been robbed.
Probably should not take this, because this isn't yours, right? This is
No,
Empire.
all of my wealth went a long, long time ago to the city that I am assuming you all came from. I'm sorry, again, it's been a long time since we've had proper guests. I would offer you tea, but it's difficult. My name is Caliban, and he holds out his hand for his wife, Cora. And this is my beautiful bride, Cora. This is our home. As you all know, it has been occupied by unwanted individuals. If you all are here to remove them in any way, that would be more than appreciated.
Anyway, you'll see. Anything?
Any way that's necessary, yes.
You I like.
Well, the
Thank
goal
you.
is to steal some stuff because they're trying to take over the island and the city. And we're hoping that if it's not there, they can't pay off the officials and then they leave because it's not worth the time.
Then they do not tip well. How can I keep business afloat with no money?
That is part of the solution, but what's to stop them from getting more gold or silver or whatever they have?
How did they get the gold? Do we know where they got the gold and silver this first time?
I mean, it's part of the imperial just treasury. You need to destabilize the place that they're operating from. This place was my home. It's not anymore. It hasn't been for a long time. I set up this watch to protect the people, but now that is putting them at risk. It's time for Cora and I to rest.
And Buck looks at Acacia and cocks an eyebrow. Spectacular fireworks. Big ceremony. Big boom. You
Don't
like?
look at me. Don't look at me for permission.
And then he looks at Caliban. Yeah, you like? Big boom?
You know, the interesting thing about this vault is he gestures to 3 pillars, which kind of sit at the center of this otherwise rectangular room. These are the key support structures to this entire fortress. I put them here as a contingency that I never had to use. Should someone take my home? Someone has taken my home.
You know, the more that we sit here, the more that you talk. I really like you.
And Cora looks down and she goes, I knew you would get over your fear of ghosts. And she just boops you on the nose.
It's like you guys are real. I love to be booped. I'm glad you did that. Yeah.
It goes like into your nose a little bit, but yeah.
I feel kind of cold right here now, and I don't. It's a little numb on my nose, but I love it. It feels good. It feels like it should be.
So if you're okay with this contingency plan, after we get what we need, because the main goal was them trying to pay off the officials, you're okay with the big boom?
I think it's past time.
You hear my word, it will be spectacular. Beyond belief. Memoried. Storied. Perfect.
Thank you.
Where would they be buried? Like, is it known where they're buried?
That is an interesting question. I would think it would probably be on the fortress grounds, but I'm not sure that would necessarily be like part of the legend necessarily. You know, we can say this. There is a there would have to be a graveyard, a cemetery on the islet. They are probably buried in that cemetery, but their headstones are probably very long ago worn away.
Okay. I mean, I could just ask, I suppose.
You could.
Where are your... I assume you're resting together, or will be resting together. Where are you? I don't know how to talk to ghosts, it turns out. I'm not scared.
Do you know how to talk to people, darling?
No.
Oh. Well, it's similar. We're buried side by side, underneath a poplar tree outside in the cemetery. If it's still there. It's been a long time since I've been there, but yes.
Gusta
Why?
turns to Raymundo and
You know, Valerie is in some weird stuff. I don't know if I'm down with this. I'm not a grave robber.
You're the
Anyway.
one enjoying being booped by a ghost.
It's fine. I'm not digging up bodies.
I don't want to take anything.
Hey, I'm not here to judge.
You literally just judged.
I
want to return.
You weren't supposed to hear that, though.
Oh.
It's fine.
Well,
It is
you
fine.
have
It's
to,
fine.
You have to
It's
say
fine.
earmuffs. Earmuffs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Valerie, you feel a little tug on your clothing, and you look down, and Edgar's there, just going.
I'll boop him. And then I'll pick him up and I'll kind of hold him like I hold Steve sometimes, where he's like over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be very dusty, and he's so low to the ground.
I think what she was talking about was more in the put to rest, because it's not, if we just explode this place, that will not be enough, will it?
Put to rest. That's it exactly.
It might be this home was the last thing that was keeping us here. I think if we can see our home put to rest, we ourselves can finally rest.
Okay, it's because I only ask because otherwise you are just in dirt. Like I would imagine is worse. So we want to make sure you are happy and all bases is covered.
It's time for us to cross onto another plane. Our
Cool, yeah, that's
bodies
the
are no
answer,
longer
that's-
us.
So we'll come back tomorrow, do what we need to do, and then put you to rest in this most spectacular way possible.
I would very much appreciate it.
I'm glad we did this today and not tomorrow morning.
So glad. So glad.
It's very nice to meet you.
Likewise. I didn't even get any of your names.
I'm Gustav.
Valerie.
Raimundo, but most call me Ray.
Aisha.
Book.
While
And Cora just kind of leans over to Caliban and says, "Our heroes say thank you." Thank you.
The honor is all ours.
While they're standing at the vault entrance, I would like to use my bardic inspiration on my sought treasure.
Okay.
Where's my character sheet? My other bardic.
Sought treasure is a specific aspect of the College of the Crow's Nest Bard. They are seeking a specific type of treasure.
But not in like a bad like.
An Indiana Jones kind of way, a piratey sort of way.
No, not Indiana Jones. The opposite. We're supposed to restore them either to its rightful heirs or place of rest.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yes. Literally the opposite.
Hey, Temple of Doom, he gets those stones back, okay?
I guess.
That doesn't belong in a museum.
Exactly. Exactly. And I just conveniently get to keep a copy of it when I do it. It's fine. Anyway, yes. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. So you all can see that the door that you came through to get into the vault actually looks just like when it is closed would appear just as one of the wall panels in this vault. So there's no way to tell after it is closed that it is there, which also would kind of indicate don't close it while you're in here. Is there anything else any of you would like to do before morning comes?
Rest?
Certainly.
I could stay here in the area.
You're all welcome to wait on the other side of that door until whatever happens.
Might be easier. and trying to sail back.
We are already here.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Camping. Camping
Dirty, but it's fine.
is good time.
And with that, the ghosts disappear. They fade away. So you all close the door to the vault and just kind of hang out in that area between the hallway and the vault itself?
I was gonna say, yeah, somewhere not where anyone will see us.
Sure. Yeah, no
Even
one
if
would
it's
see you
like-
in that area.
Even if it's like in the cove if we need to be, but
Yeah, I was planning on going back to the cove.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
to take a nice
You could
long
certainly hang
rest,
out in the cove then. Let's see.
clean the blood off
Okay.
ourselves.
So, to describe what you all avoided, and since you are hanging out in the cove, which you won't see, the Golden Sun arrives at dawn, comes into port, unhindered. The cannons are manned. There are dozens of soldiers. Few of the soldiers are not regular infantrymen. They are hill giants. Fully armored hill giants that have become new additions to the Imperial Regiment. The hill giants accompany, along with several infantrymen, several caravans that are waiting. These iron boxes are loaded with the chests and sealed with an arcane lock. Teams of horses take them through the city streets, again, unhindered. Hippogriffs fly above. Everyone's on high alert. They figure if anyone's going to do anything, this would be it. But nothing happens. We get to the city gates, or sorry, not the city gates, the fortress gates, where they are given the riddle, if you want to call it that. What Acacia had heard was, it was a call and answer. The call was one of the symbols of imperial lands. Many conquered, a lot of them have animal symbols. For example, one was wolf. And the response was 4. The other one was, what was the other one? I didn't tell you, Mare.
The other
look
one
at-
that you told me was Dragon and 6.
Dragon, that's right. Dragon, and the response is 6. Does anyone want to guess? Eva?
Okay, I didn't actually count it out, but is it letters?
It is letters.
Okay.
It is supposed to indicate limbs, but it is actually letters. So Griffin, where you might say 6, would actually be 7. They give the correct response, and the wealth is brought into the fortress. At this point, they assume they're safe. The walls are still guarded. The hill giants take their positions on either side of the fortress, 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside in the courtyard. You all can hear from the other side of your false wall, true door, several voices that are bringing the wealth inside these chests of silver. You hear the clank as the vault door is opened, and you hear the hollow clank as it is closed. I'm assuming at this point you all are excavating your goods.
Maybe give it like half an
Sure.
hour or something like that, but
Mhm.
yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll have everybody go ahead and roll stealth.
I would like to, before... How long does this last? I would like to just kind of gather everyone around real quick before we do that, and effectively cast Pass Without Trace for a +10 bonus. And yeah.
Clutch.
That's Such a good spell, yeah, though.
Yeah, 21 with pass.
Okay.
25 with pass, and I rolled low.
Me too.
That would also be a 25 for me.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
It's 27 for me.
17.
Oh,
So that gives you a group average of 19.16.
do I have to roll for Edgar?
Edgar, very quiet.
Okay, yes, good.
You can if you want.
He can also just stay in the water.
Yeah.
In the cove.
He's just splish splashing.
Splash, taking a bath.
He found a clam. He's very happy.
Oh.
I love him.
He's eating it on his tummy right now.
Baby!
He is.
Oh, sorry.
That's proper ear reaction. Okay. How are you taking this fortress down? I assume bombs, but I don't want to take anything away from you.
I still have my 5 hand bombs that have not been used, so I
sure
think that
do?
should be more than sufficient, I hope.
You would think so. Okay. Panda, go ahead and roll. I believe it's 3d6.
Sure.
I would like to just preface that I would not like to be anywhere near this.
Yeah.
Noted.
I'm gonna say, can we get the stuff out to the cove on the boat?
Absolutely.
First?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just seeing what the damage is.
Just making sure.
While Buck sets up.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm gonna stand by Buck because I also have some flame spells to ignite and run. But I would
So
like
Buck
to be
would
on.
be able to leave a reasonable fuse to
Mhm.
get out,
Oh.
to set it and get out. And just like if you were on the other side of the city and the fortress, that would have been the difficult point.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
So as he's getting the fuses all ready to go and everything, he just under his breath is, safety. Who needs safety? What's a hand or two? But fine. And then he finishes setting up and rolls out a little spool of a fuse and is moving a safe enough distance away before he would light it. And for the 3d6, that is 17.
Okay.
Nice.
So 17 times 5, it's 85. Okay. All right. You all are successful. I'm not going to need strength throws or anything else because you guys are doing this together and not necessarily rushed. You get your chests onto your longboat. Get everybody else on the longboat. As you are departing out of the cove and the fuse has been lit, you, for the last time, see the ghostly forms of Caliban and Cora. And they just wave to you, arms around each other. And once again, they fade away. It is at this point. Yes, Gustav?
Bye.
Bye. Okay. The bombs go off. And you all would watch as the fortress goes up and out. You are far enough away in your boat when it does, but stone is thrown high into the air. There are absolutely fireworks because you also note that apparently there had been a gunpowder storage just above the vault as well. You see Imperial soldiers dashing from the city up to the fortress. The hill giants are thrown. And the cliffside that the fortress is built into itself crumbles into the ocean. This symbol that once meant hope, that became a symbol of oppression, is gone. You all are able to successfully get the chests back ashore without being noticed. You get them back to whatever safe location you want. And you stand in the city and you watch as the Empire just scurries. It's the next day when the Empire is picking up what's left of themselves. A lot of them are injured. They're scrambling back to the Golden Sun, trying to figure out who could have possibly planned this attack. It's just as the main force is reaching the ship. Buck, you would notice this probably more than anyone else first.
Mhm.
So a small flame seems to be catching in the mast.
Ah,
And in mere moments, this newly lacquered ship is up in flames, burning in the harbor.
These new ships, not like the old ships.
Look, it's as you're kind of laughing that there's a strange half-orc gentleman just kind of like walks by and just kind of nods to you and just goes, "That's really pretty fire."
I do my best work. I promised I would.
My name's Greg.
Look, pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, bye. And he just walks away. Acacia, Darius, and Curio congratulate you on your successful heist. The wealth is redistributed to the city, as it should be, as Caliban and Cora would have wanted. We'll get back to Acacia in just a moment. Raimundo, you successfully get back to your ship. As you do, Darius walks out with you. Says, "I promise, Ray, we'll have an adventure again soon." Actually, I know that if Curio ever needs anything, would that be all right if he borrowed your ship? I think we were planning a trip to Shacklebreak one of these days, but we don't have any real reason to go there just yet.
Of course. Anything for you. If you want the ship full, I can come here and have vacation. I could watch your daughter, although I think she will probably be going on adventures of her own soon, right?
One can only hope. Ray, you're always welcome. Your family.
Thank you. And he does a little bow and just
He
heads
pulls you in
back
for a
up on
hug.
the.
Come on, Ray. Come on. Really? Be safe out
gives
there. I mean it.
He gives him a back-breakingly tight hug.
Oh, that's what I remember. Yep. Okay. All right. Gustav, you get back to your fencing ways and pickpocketing ways. It's a couple of weeks later, you receive a letter from your niece. It says, "Hey, Uncle Gus, I just wanted to write to you and say that I got a new job and I really want to thank you for it. Anyway, I hope everything's going great with the Eve Walkers, and I hope you're doing well. And if you ever get the chance, just you can write to me. I'll be on the Black Fen. Love, Penny."
Ah, that Penny. She's always getting into trouble. Yeah, God.
Acacia, the day after the heist, Darius pulls you aside with Curio, and he opens a small case that he has. The inside is a golden bar with this very ancient, obscure writing on it, a loop through the center, and he strings a leather strap. "Acacia, I got this in one of my very first jobs. I have no idea what it is, but I know that it's important, and a lot of people have wanted it. But there is nothing I want more than your happiness. So I want to give this to you as a symbol of congratulations, as a graduation present of sorts."
I don't say anything for a second, but I do bring them both into a big hug. One horse leg, try to pull him a little closer. I'll keep it safe. I'll make sure it never leaves my possession.
We change the music for this. I know, darling. I know you will do your absolute best in this world.
If anyone tries, they're in for a load of hurt.
Acacia, does that night, that you see Valerie. You both meet at a secluded location with some familiar faces and some faces that shouldn't be familiar. Both of you are inducted into the Eve Walkers. It is a joyful ceremony that welcomes you both into a solemn brother and sisterhood and themhood. Siblinghood, sure. Siblinghood of thieves and criminals of the highest regard. Even Edgar is given a little medallion.
He deserves it.
And it's as the celebration is wrapping up that Acacia, a familiar face, approaches you. It's a halfling named Panduh.
Hey, Panveer.
And I would say approaches. He actually just hops straight onto your back as he is wont to do. It's a really nice necklace you got there, Acacia.
Yeah, it was from my dad. Family heirloom, you know.
Uh-huh. Hey, congratulations on getting into the Eve Walkers. It took you long enough.
Yeah, but I'm here and that's all that matters. But I am gonna say that my job is a little more impressive than yours.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna go get a drink. If you want to not be lame later, you know where to find me. Whatever. I'm not. Whatever. It's fine. Whatever.
Bold of you to assume that I'm not gonna be drinking with you. We're equals.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Just save me something really good. I'm gonna putz around for a little bit and then I'm gonna head over.
Last but not least, Valerie, it is at the ceremony for the Eve Walkers when you kind of feel something in your hand. It's after you grab into your bag, you kind of feel that there's something there that you don't remember the feeling of. And as you pull it out, it is a sapphire and platinum ring, a ring that you would have recognized from the drawing on the cave wall. And on the inside of the ring, you can just see etched is the greatest treasure. That is where we're going to end today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you to these amazing players for participating in this sequel. I had a lot of fun with each and every one of you. I'm going to have these incredible people tell you a little bit about themselves, where you can find more of them. So I believe, Gonah, if you don't mind starting us off.
Absolutely. For all of the chaos that is this, come on over to my Twitch stream. I play League of Legends, role-playing games, as well as scary games on Fridays. I do have a homebrew that is going to be coming up here on Sundays as well. That is going to be just absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited. That's going to start next Sunday, August 15th, at 12:30 Central Time. You do the math. But yeah, this was fantastic. Thank you so much for having me, even with all of the crazy.
Thank you, Gonah. Panduh, tell us about your lovely self.
Hey, pals. Thanks for having me on today. It was a blast. A lot of fun. Hi, I'm Panduh. I don't have too many forks in the fire at the moment, but if you ever need a friend to sub in or to do anything cool, funny, wacky, you can find me on Twitch at Soggy Boglord. Same as my Twitch. You can find me on Twitter. I don't really stream unless I'm filling in. You can find me on Twitter at Soggy Boglord, same as my Twitch. And I had a blast. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Panduh. Mare, tell us about your lovely self.
Hello. I am Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I have one more TTRPG stream tomorrow on my own channel, twitch.tv/MareFeather. We'll be playing a game of Halos and Horns, a 2 GM, 1 player game written by at by Connie Chang, where an angel and a demon are having conflicting goals, and as they try to make a human do something. I will be there with the Lady Dame and the Cap Chris tomorrow. Also on the 21st, I will, at midnight Eastern time, I will be on the Lady Dame's channel for Smutty Saturday for Ye August.
Ye
August, y'all.
Happy Ye August, everybody. The Centaur one shot kind of starts that out.
So I'll be there, and not right now, not right away, but sometime in October, please keep an eye on Friends Who Roll Dice, where I will be running Invisible Sun campaign. I am also one of the tech producers on that channel and part of the leadership team. So give them a follow. They're really good. They do a lot of good work with their charity streams, and they're all around really, really, really good people. So that's all I got.
Thank you, Mayor. Eva, of course, without Mayor, we couldn't have done this one shot, but without you, we could not have literally done any of this. So tell us about your lovely self, please, and thank you.
Hello, it's me, Eva. I guess I really do that. Yes, I have done this every single day, like weekend, for ages, and I still know how to do sign-offs. You can find me here Sundays for Phazon at 10 a.m. Pacific. And this channel also produces Monster Hearts. Gosh, that schedule is probably not accurate. Nope, April. Good on me. It's fine. I produce Monster Hearts at 1:30 p.m. Pacific on Sundays, and Horizon's Call is on a seasonal break, but we have Mothership Venus Rising happening on the 21st and the 28th, which I'm pretty excited about, at, I don't know, 10 a.m. Pacific. That sounds right. I think I had something super important to add to that, but my brain is all frazzled. So I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah.
Thank you, Eva. Last but not least, Mikyl, tell us about your lovely self.
Hi, fam. I played Gust Up, and I had a great time with all these wonderful people. It's so much fun. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Mayor, for inviting me. And thank you to everyone for watching and checking out our game today. I am Mikyl, and you can find me at Mikyl Sandoval on Twitter and Instagram. I do some art, I do some things, and I play Phazon on Sundays right here on Eva's channel. I pretty much do everything here on Eva's channel. She's my gateway drug into this world, so here I am. You're welcome. Yeah, anyway, it's been lovely. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mikyl. And as always, a special thank you to Mikyl for doing the character art for several of the shows on this channel, including Horizon's Call and not Phazon, but Monster Hearts. Mykyl's a phenomenal artist. Definitely check out his Twitter for more stuff like that, and maybe like commission and pay the man for it, because artists deserve to be paid. All that said, hi everybody, I'm Derek Sword. I have been your DM for Horizon's Call. It is a world that I love very much, and I love sharing it with these incredible people. If you want to find more of the stuff that I do, the best place is Twitter at dsword16. Like Eva said, Horizon's Call is taking a bit of a break so I can plan out season 2, but I'll be planning other shows for this channel as well. So definitely look out for those in the near future. Until then, I am on Graham Cracker's channel every other Tuesday for Shards of Anarian, where I play a Maris and the alternate game that we don't ever forget about it. We don't. But I'm in the alternate game from Mares. They're both the Narian games. I play an old ranger named Verban. Every Friday, I'm in Goldshine Investigation Agency, where I play a swampy bugbear named Griaz. And if you can't tell, I love monsters. Best way to tell is I'm the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush. So if you love monsters and love learning about them and think like monsters are like super neat and also like just like really fucking sexy, check out Monster Crush wherever podcasts are found. My co-host Emily and I talk about different cryptids, creatures, and miscellaneous abominations, and like we learn about them and then we learn to love them, because that's the most beautiful thing, is finding beauty in the horrifying. With all that said, everyone, thank you again for joining us for this prequel. Thank you to these amazing people for playing these incredible characters. Some of them have more than 2 characters now in this world, and I love that very, very much. Thank you all. Until next time, fair winds and following seas, brave mariners. We'll see you again when the horizon calls.